The easiest and quickest chocolate cake I've ever made. If you like it, please comment "I love chocolate cake." And don't forget to like this video. Into a blender, start by adding 4 whole eggs. Then add 1 1/2 cups of refined or granulated sugar. I'm using a 240 milliliter cup. Also add 2 tablespoons of chocolate powder, 70% cocoa, but you can use cocoa powder instead if you like. Add 1/2 cup of warm water and 180 milliliters of vegetable oil. Now turn blender on medium speed and let it all blend for 5 minutes or until ingredients fully combine. This is the right consistency. Once you've done that, transfer all this mixture to a large bowl. Then add 1 1/2 cups of wheat flour and sift it just like I'm doing here. Into the same sifter, add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Then add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, sifting it all. Finally, sift 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Now, using a whisk or spatula, mix it all together very well until ingredients fully combine. Leave us a comment with the name of the city from which you're watching this. I'd like to give you a shout out and thank you for sharing this recipe. This is the right consistency. You may now stop mixing it. Then transfer all this batter to a baking tin greased with some unsalted margarine or butter. I'm using a 30 centimeter by 20 centimeter baking tin. Now gently tap this baking tin to remove air bubbles from batter. Then take it to a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 356 degrees Fahrenheit for 35 minutes. Into a medium skillet or pan over medium-low heat, add 1/2 cup of milk. Also add half of a 200-gram pack of table cream, 1 tablespoon of chocolate powder, 50% cocoa, or regular chocolate powder, 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, but you can use margarine instead if you like. Using a spatula or spoon, mix it all together very well until syrup comes to a boil. When that happens, stir it for another minute. This is the right consistency. You may now turn off the heat and set it aside. Now, into a large skillet or pan with the heat still off, add 1 1/2 packs of condensed milk. Each pack contains 395 grams. Then add 2 tablespoons of chocolate powder 50% cocoa or regular chocolate powder. And using a spatula or spoon, mix it all together very well until chocolate powder fully dissolves. If you've made it here, that means you're enjoying our recipe. So click the share button and share this video with all your friends. It won't cost you anything, but for us, it will make all the difference. Once you've done that, add 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter or margarine and a 200-gram pack of table cream. Now turn the heat to medium and mix it all together very well until it comes to a boil. If you find it easier, switch to a whisk mid-process to better mix it, just like I've done here. As soon as it comes to a boil, lower the heat and keep stirring it for another 2 minutes. This is the right consistency, a smooth chocolate mixture. You may now turn off the heat and set it aside. In the meantime, cake has baked through. Run a knife around the cake edges to release them. Then slice your cake into 4 equal-sized pieces, crosswise, just like I'm doing here. Then cut it lengthwise into 3 slices. You'll end up with 12 equal-sized cake slices. After that, pour all that chocolate syrup we've just prepared into these cuts we've just made. Using a fork, open gaps between these slices to make sure the syrup gets into them. Now pour all that chocolate mixture over the cake and evenly spread it with a spatula to make sure it covers the whole cake. Then open gaps with the fork again to make sure this chocolate mixture also gets into the cake. To finish it off, cover the whole cake with some chocolate sprinkles to taste. That recipe is ready. You may now get a slice and enjoy it. I really hope you like this recipe. Now I'll head back to the comment section and we'll continue to answer everyone who left the name of their city. And I'll also thank you for sharing this recipe. See you next recipe. Bye.